Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
We begin tonight with breaking news as police are looking into two incidents in South Fargo, both of them involving guns. One is the report of a robbery, the other a report of a man with a gun.
Valley News Live's Jovana Simic got the latest information from investigators. She was briefed at the Kmart parking lot off of University, and that's where she's at now. Live for us, Jovana.
Mike, Andrea, I am here in the Kmart parking lot where where Fargo police used a K9 unit in hopes of tracking two suspects in a South Fargo robbery. Now, police got a call around 7:30 for a possible robbery at 1431 Oak Manor Avenue South. A female said she was confronted by two black males. One had a gun. Now, she was not injured, and the two suspects were able to make off with a small amount of money from the woman's purse. Police, like I said, did use a K9 unit, but they had no luck in finding the two suspects. Now, there was another incident. It was called in as a man with a gun at 2602 14th Street South in South Fargo. Police said they aren't sure if the two incidents are connected, and they're still speaking with the witness at that location to see what information they can get. And they are still, they're not searching for suspects tonight, but they say they are going to be working to see if they can find out if these two cases are connected and if the two suspects can be found. Reporting live, Jovana Simic, Valley News Live.
Okay, thank you, Jovana. Since the robbery occurred so close to Valley News Live, police actually came in and looked at our surveillance video from around the building to see if they could spot the suspects. Of course, stick with Valley News Live and valleynewslive.com for updates on this story.
A Fargo man is still recovering after he was attacked in a parking lot the night before Halloween.
He says he was nearly beaten to death and is looking to Fargo police for help.
Valley News Team's Natalie Parsons explains why he and his family say they feel their safety is in jeopardy.
Jack Bacheri was with his wife and children when he stopped to chat with a friend in the parking lot of the Petro Service on 13th Avenue South in Fargo, when all of a sudden multiple cars surrounded them.
They came out there, with the baseball bats, and they beat me up, and left me for dead.
He was stabbed in the leg and hit multiple times with a baseball bat to his head and all over his body. He says doctors told him they don't know how he's still alive. And when he finally gained consciousness, he had other concerns.
I was asking about my wife, and my kids, to make sure that everybody was okay.
A police report has been filed, and Bacheri, along with his family, know exactly who did this. But they are extremely disappointed the Fargo PD hasn't done anything about it, even after his wife and one of his sons had an encountering with one of the suspects a few days later.
They can do that, anytime again, because they got away with the first time.
This is where Bacheri laid bleeding from his head and beaten. You could still see the blood left from 2 weeks ago. I met up with him and his family in this very spot earlier, but they didn't want to stay long out of fear for their lives.
Bring our freedom back. But right now we don't have a freedom anymore.
The Bacheri family is looking for justice to be served. Natalie Parsons, Valley News Live.
We did contact Fargo police. They told us they're continuing to investigate this matter. As for Petro Service, they didn't want to comment.
The voters in North Dakota are going green, passing Measure 5, the North Dakota Compassionate Care Act, with an almost 65% approval. But parts of the new law say the state only has 30 days to get the program going, and that if you didn't live within 40 miles of a dispensary, you could grow your own for medical use. Those on the committee say it could take about a year to get the program up and running.
You're not going to be able to just go out and just start growing marijuana in 30 days. That's not going to happen. Position allows for it. Yes, I would like to try it anyway, just to see if it would alleviate my neuropathy and help me with my drop foot condition. Yes, I'd like to try it.
It's estimated that more than 100 million Americans suffer from chronic pain. Many of them should now be able to get some help here in North Dakota. We have attached the full text of the new laws on our website. Just click on this story at valleynewslive.com.
North Dakota Governor-elect Doug Burgum is off and running as he prepares to take over his new position. He told reporters today he won't have a lot of time to look over Governor Jack Dalrymple's budget before the next legislative session, but will start to work more closely with him soon. When it comes to the Dakota Access protest, the governor-elect says it's a fluid situation.
As governor and lieutenant governor-elect, we're not part of that decision-making chain until December 16th, and so we need to give our full support to the current legislation and not for current administration, and not second-guess any decisions that they might be making at this point in time.
We're very honored to have this opportunity to work for the state of North Dakota, for its people. We're so excited to move forward and bring a business leader to Bismarck. We feel that our campaign resonated. We feel that the people of North Dakota are ready for this change.
Burgum also doubled down on his promise to refuse a salary, saying if he had to, he'd accept it and then donate it back. He called that a bureaucratic mess. He'll be sworn in on December 15th.
The first Somali American legislator in the U.S. has now been elected to office, and she'll soon begin serving Minnesota. Ilan Omar won with the DFL party, securing almost 80% of the vote. She'll represent District 60B. That district lies in Hennepin County. Omar will start serving in January when the Minnesota legislative session kicks off. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is attempting to de-escalate the ongoing protests surrounding the Dakota Access Pipeline. The Corps says it requested a voluntary 30-day shutdown of work. However, Dakota Access did not agree. The Corps also says it will provide a winter camp near the town of Cannonball. That will be on the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe's reservation boundary in order to provide better protection, security, and emergency response. The Corps says it's concerned for the safety of all people involved.
The state of North Dakota joined several hospitals and a group of nuns in a lawsuit against the Obama administration over a federal regulation. They're claiming it requires doctors to perform gender transition procedures on individuals despite the medical judgment of healthcare providers. The plaintiffs state the regulation violates several acts and even the U.S. Constitution. Transgender activists here in the Valley say doctors should put aside their religious views when it comes to patient care.
When I first started this work, it made me really unhappy and really scared. Now it just makes me irritated. It's so unoriginal. It's so hateful. And what really irritates me about the religious right in this country is how they try to mask their hatred and their bigotry.
We did reach out to the Fargo Diocese for a comment. It did not get back to us.
Green lights are shining brightly at the West Fargo VFW, honoring local veterans. Good Bulb partnered with the Veterans Warrior Foundation for Operation Green Light. Green light bulbs were sold for $5 to help raise money for veterans. All the proceeds from the project go to the Veterans Warrior Foundation and stay in North Dakota.
You know the money's staying local, you know it's staying in North Dakota, and one, to be able to support our veterans is one thing everybody should be doing to begin with. But for us to be able to partner with the Veterans Association with that just makes it that much better.
If you would like to purchase a green light bulb, you can stop by the Good Bulb store on 12th Avenue North in Fargo.
The Fargo Air Museum has added another historic piece to its collection temporarily. The Tug, a 1944 model tractor, is now on display at the museum. A man from Dickey, North Dakota bought the plane, restored it. The model was stationed at Atlantic City Naval Air Station in New Jersey and is the only World War II surviving Tug.
I've never seen another one of these particular tractors anywhere around, and I had the opportunity to buy it, and I was told that it would be a interesting piece, but sitting out on our farm, it's kind of a waste, so we decided to donate it here to the museum.
The tractor will not just be on display, it's going to be used to help move airplanes for special events.